Hello everyone, and welcome to my UK Royal Family News channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Days of Our Lives spoilers for Monday, August 14, uncover that Justin Kyriakis will expound now that he's dazed everybody with the fresh insight about Victor Kyriakis' missing plane. Maggie Kyriakis will rapidly begin to go nuts over the likelihood that the stream crashed, yet Justin will keep even-tempered and gripped to trust that there's another clarification. Day's spoilers say Justin will attempt to deal with the emergency as Maggie, Xander Cook, Alex Kyriakis, and Bonnie Kyriakis all become concerned. Maggie will ultimately reach out to Sean Brady and request that he check with Trust Williams Brady about when Victor was most recently seen. It turns out Victor left Bo Brady's office 3 days prior, so that will leave Maggie having a surprisingly more terrible outlook on the circumstance. Victor's invite home party clearly will not be going on, so Maggie will urge Alex and Xander to head home since there will not be anything they can do. Meanwhile, Day's spoilers say Bonnie will reassure Maggie as she manages fears about at no point ever seeing Victor in the future. Concerning Sean, he'll likewise confront a few stresses over Victor's destiny alongside some horrendous culpability. Victor could not have possibly taken off to Bo's office on the off chance that Sean hadn't placed his father in a trance-like state, so this news will not be what he needs to hear. Next on Monday's DOL episode, Chloe Path will attempt to get Brady Dark in total agreement. It seems like Chloe will slow down the kiss Brady recently planted and advise him that she's with Xander now. In spite of the fact that Chloe will constantly think often about Brady, she'll presumably push him to ease off and quit attempting to meddle in what she's worked with Xander. While Brady and Chloe agree, Lee Shin and Melinda Trask will do likewise. Obviously, it'll require a lot of quarreling ahead of time since Melinda and Lee have a few issues to deal with. Lee passed Melinda over notwithstanding their flash, so he might concede he's struggling with believing her after the recording trap she set. Melinda might convey a sincere statement of regret and push Lee not to allow that to hinder the association they have. Lee and Melinda will without a doubt choose to give dating another attempt, so remain tuned for refreshes on whether they have a genuine future together. Days of Our Lives spoilers say Stefan DeMuro will push Melinda to discover a viable method for putting Lee in jail. However, she'd much prefer have him in her bed, all things considered. Days of Our Lives spoilers uncover that Martha Madison as of late pondered her time in Salem and imparted a clashing message to her fans. Madison assumed control over the job of beauty back in 2004, so she had an extraordinary reaction when she saw a post about it via virtual entertainment. Feels like yesterday and 1 million lifetimes back all simultaneously, Madison said. Much thanks to you to every one of the fans who upheld me on my uneven excursion through Salem. It was a wild ride. Madison's underlying message was posted on X, the stage previously known as Twitter, yet she likewise shared it on her Instagram stories somewhat later. Obviously, we can't resist the urge to see how Madison's thankful words additionally seemed like a goodbye. On Madison's LinkedIn profile, it records April 2023 as the last time she filled in as an entertainer at Days. However, some insider reports hint that she last shot in May. Notwithstanding, that lines up with Madison's tone in her most recent message, since she said it was a wild ride. All through the new outrage encompassing co-chief maker Albert Allaire, Martha Madison offered remarks that highlighted her dissatisfaction with regards to him in the job. Since Allaire has been let go, could that transform anything with regards to Madison's future at Days? There's consistently an opportunity Martha Madison will return not too far off. However, her message provided off a feeling of a sense of finality for the time being. Since Days films a while ahead of time, Beauty will stay on screen for some time longer. We'll make certain to give you refreshes as Madison's last airdate moves close and pass along some other leave news as it comes in. Concerning the thing that's coming down the road in Salem, Days of Our Lives spoilers say Beauty will keep on supporting Sean Brady admirably well. That will demonstrate more testing than any time in recent memory once Sean begins faulting himself for the destruction of his granddad, Victor Kyriakis. Victor's plane accident will negatively affect Sean, so Beauty might struggle with breaking through to him during his mind-boggling distress. Beauty asked Chloe to show up for Brady, yet Chloe advised her that she was with Xander Cook now. Nonetheless, Beauty contended that Xander was a failure who was unequipped for committing to Chloe. To discredit Beauty, Chloe offered refreshes on Xander, as of late requesting that she would him. Beauty trusted Chloe turned Xander down and immediately helped her to remember every one of his violations. Yet Chloe thought Beauty was being dishonest since she was connecting with criminal E.J. Demura quite recently. Chloe upheld Beauty in those days, so she pushed Beauty to do likewise for her now and deal with her like a developed lady who could pursue her own choices. Beauty apologized and embraced Chloe, who comprehended that her companion was only paying special attention to her. In the town square on Friday's Days episode, Xander went along and found Brady peering dejected, so he expected this was on the grounds that he was getting hitched to Chloe. Brady demanded it was tied in with losing care of Rachel, all things considered, yet he attempted to accept that Chloe would really with Xander. In spite of the fact that Xander conceded Chloe was actually as yet considering his proposition, he felt certain she'd say okay. Xander reminded Brady that Victor Kyriakis' homecoming supper was this evening and implied that perhaps they could all praise his commitment as well on the off chance that Chloe concurred by. When Xander left, Brady called Maggie Kyriakis to tell her that he wasn't feeling like a party this evening. Brady likewise referenced Xander asking about tying the knot to Chloe, so Maggie appeared to be contemplative. At the Kyriakis manor, Maggie told Bonnie Kyriakis that there was compelling reason need to stay away from the pregnant glaring issue at hand. Maggie affirmed that on account of her visit to Chicago, she figured out Sarah was pregnant with Xander's child. In the meantime, there were a few Chicago scenes among Sarah and Rex Brady, who learned Maggie was currently in the know on the child and the genuine paternity. Sarah stressed that such a large number of individuals knew now and got carried away over the mystery possibly spilling. In any case, Rex called attention to Sarah wouldn't be cheerful, avoiding Salem everlastingly at any rate. Rex in the end pushed Sarah to wed him so his name would be recorded as the lawful dad on the birth declaration. Sarah contended that a DNA test could dislike that, yet Rex demanded they could win against Xander, assuming this transformed into a guardianship quarrel. No appointed authority would grant parental privileges to a sentenced criminal more than 2 upstanding specialists. In spite of the fact that Sarah stressed over Rex flipping around his life and committing such a major responsibility, Rex demanded he would truly love the idea of to turn into her significant other and a dad-to-be for this kid. All Sarah needed to do was say okay. At Little Bar on Friday's Days episode, Justin Kyriakis persuaded Alex Kyriakis to go to Victor's invite home social event. Alex likewise updated Justin on how he might have unintentionally destroyed Chad Demira's relationship with Stephanie Johnson. At home on Friday's DOLA show, Chad got his face dry after Stephanie's choice to toss a refreshment at him. Stephanie made sense of how she pried reality out of Alex, who was able to risk an arrangement to safeguard Chad's confidential. In any case, Stephanie figured out Chad went despite her good faith to control her. So she thought about the thing he was thinking when he cautioned Alex to remain away. Chad was regretful and enlightened Stephanie concerning taking EJ's moronic counsel. That prompted Chad conceding he was alarmed by losing Stephanie, who was the principal individual he'd allow himself to have genuine affections for since Abigail Demira died. Stephanie guaranteed Chad of her responsibility and clarified that she was staying put, so they wound up kissing and going to the room. When Chloe returned home on Friday's Days episode, Brady saw up and out. Chloe let Brady in and inquired as to whether there was whatever she might do since he was harming over Rachel. After Brady affirmed that there was for sure something Chloe could do, he shocked her by making a plunge for a kiss. Back at the Kyriakis house, Justin got on the telephone to check whether Victor's plane was at the landing strip yet. Alex likewise embraced Maggie as they set their issues to the side for the well-being of Victor. After Xander conversed with Maggie about his proposition to Chloe, she appeared to be ready to spill the child news and conceded she had something to tell him. Unfortunately, Maggie hushed once Justin got off the telephone and uncovered that Victor's plane was absent. That left Maggie looking restless alongside the wide range of various partygoers. Thanks for watching if you liked this video. So please don't forget to subscribe my channel and don't miss any update.